Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. It is Monday, the 22nd day of August, 2022. My name is Clive Walsh, inviting you to join me for the reading of our devotional thought for today. And I'm reading from the devotional book, Truth for Life by Pastor Alistair Begg. Today's devotional thought is entitled, Finding God at Rock Bottom. That's Finding God at Rock Bottom. And the verses today, Genesis chapter 39, verses 20 and 21, which reads, Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. That's Genesis chapter 39, verses 20 and 21. Alistair Begg writes, After Potiphar's wife falsely accused him, Joseph hit rock bottom again. Once more, he found himself condemned, not to a pit, but this time to a dungeon. The bottom had dropped out of his world. And yet, as a man of God, as a man of principle, Joseph displayed enduring patience. He had fled the seductive temptation from Potiphar's wife on the strength of his convictions, making his decision on the basis of purity and rightness. Clearly, Joseph feared God more than he feared a dungeon. He would not sleep with Potiphar's wife because to do so would have been to sin against God. For Joseph, that was the end of any internal decision, and it was sufficient based on his decision. Such a view will keep us, too, on the narrow path. True faithfulness comes not from the pragmatism, but from principle. It is the forming of decisions in the quiet time, without all of life's fanfare distracting us. It is obeying despite the consequences. It is being so resolved to be a man or woman of God that when the pressure to sin is greatest, or when everything comes crashing down on us, we know how to respond. As Joseph endured wrongful suffering, God demonstrated his love by granting him favor with his jailer. There is nothing in the narrative to suggest that Joseph tried to manipulate the circumstances to his own end. And even if Joseph had been looking around for a friend or ally, he never would have anticipated that the prison warden would fill that role. But God had other ideas. The Lord's presence remained with his people even in the most extreme circumstances. From time to time, we all feel as if we are in the dungeon, a new low in our lives, and are confined by chilling isolation. Maybe that's you today. Maybe you, like Joseph, have been a victim of false accusations or are counting the cost of your determination to obey our Lord. Or maybe something entirely different is weighing down on your weary soul. No matter what, the Lord knows. He has never been taken by surprise, and He loves you with an everlasting love. His love is steadfast and is not changed by your circumstances. He loves you enough to have walked through the dungeon of death and the terror of hell in order that you may never need to do so. Take comfort in knowing this. Just as the prophet Zechariah declared, "He who touches you touches the apple of God's eye." That's Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. And it is our prayer that this devotional thought brought comfort to your heart in spite of the circumstances and situation you might find yourself in today. You might feel locked in a dungeon with depression, weariness, and confusion. You are not alone. You can find God at rock bottom. Clive Walsh here, and may God richly bless you greatly as you take in His Word. And for those of you going through the Bible in a year, Psalms 110, 111, as well as 112, and 2 Corinthians chapter 1, your assignment for today. Blessings upon you. My name is Clive Walsh.